Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to do something a little different from my normal swatch videos. There are a ton of new L'Oreal products out on the line, especially for the face. Those come from their Lumi line and it's a bunch of highlighting products for the most part. So I'm going to apply those each for you and show you how they function. This is the obviously completed look. In just a second you will see me barefaced. I'm also going to show you a bunch of the eye products that are not part of the Lumi line but are new products from L'Oreal also that I used a lot to create this eye look. In order to complete the face, I did use a couple of Maybelline products, which if you've seen the new Maybelline or what's new in Maybelline swatch video, there's a dedicated video that you can go to see those palettes. And so I used that to round out the eye look and for the cheeks. And then for the lips, I also used one of the L'Oreal new Shine lipsticks, and I have a separate video because there are so many shades in that range. I did a separate swatch video for those, but I applied one of the shades in this video so that you can see how they apply, how it looks in the end. So stay tuned if you want to see new products from L'Oreal and for good measure some new products from Maybelline too. I really hope you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on videos like this. I have like 5 different drugstore focused videos coming up or in the pipes or already published, and so if you are interested in those new drugstore products, make sure that you're subscribed and stay tuned. All right, let's get to putting on my face with these new drugstore products. Oh, and by the way, I didn't do any contouring in this video. Normally I would contour my cheekbones, over the forehead, down the nose, but I didn't do that in this video, so just so you know. All right, so before we start with anything else, we are going to try out one of the new L'Oreal primers. There are 2 of them. One is the Infallible Glow version, Pro Glow Lock Primer, and because I have oily combination skin, I am going to be using the Infallible Matte Lock Primer. These retail for $12.99 each. I'm going to apply it to, let's do the left side of my face to see the comparison and how it changes how the foundation applies and the finish of the foundation. All right, so that's what the tube looks like, and it has a pointed dispenser there. It comes out white. So I'm going to apply it on the left side. It feels like a lotion, not a thick lotion at all, which is really nice. It feels very lightweight. I still have this blemish under my eye. If you watched my videos almost a month ago, I would say 3 weeks ago now, I had this pimple underneath my eye. Have you guys noticed that the blemishes that happen around the eye area, they take forever to go away, and this one has definitely taken a really long time compared to other areas on the face. Alright, so I don't feel like I see a huge amount of difference. It is more matte on this side. It's not super mattifying. It does feel really nice on the skin though, I have to say. And it has no scent to it, so that's great too. And there's no new foundation out, but Maybelline, it looks like, did repackage and perhaps reformulated the Super Stay 24-hour foundation, so I will go ahead and apply that, give you 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak, in this video. It looks like the shade is maybe too dark for me. I chose the shade 128 Warm Nude. It's always hard to tell the colors accurately on the website, but that's what we're going to try today. And just out of habit, I twisted off the cap, but it's actually a pump dispenser. So if you do buy this product, just go on and take off the cap like that. I'm gonna take that amount of product. That was a pump and just a little bit extra. Seems to be more than plenty for the face. I wish I had dispensed less. Whoa, this is super full coverage. I had the older, or the original formulation of the Superstay 24-hour. I liked it a lot. I don't know if I remember it being this full coverage. It had good coverage, but I feel like this formula right away had super full coverage. So the color actually is not too bad for the summer, but you can probably tell compared to my neck, this is definitely darker, so I would go a shade lighter, if I can find the right undertones. Now in terms of the finish, the left side does look more matte. Maybe it's hard to tell on the camera, but you can see a subtle difference in person, and I do like it because it's hard to find a mattifying primer that is also moisturizing, that doesn't super dry out your skin or is tacky. So that's nice, but if you have super oily skin, this is not going to be enough of an effect for you. In terms of the foundation, it seems to apply pretty smoothly, has wonderful coverage, and if you really need to build it up, then just use an extra pump and you'll get really super opaque coverage. And the Maybelline foundation is $11.99. All the prices I'm going to give you are from Ulta's website for these products. All right, the next products from the L'Oreal Lumi line are the True Match Lumi Glotions Natural Glow Enhancers. There are actually 4 shades. It starts with Fair, which I'm not showing you in this video, then Light, which is this one, and Medium, which is this one, and then Dark, which obviously I'm not showing you either. And these retail for $14.99 each. There's a ton of glowy highlighting products, so I think what I'm going to do with this is to show you swatches and then maybe put it on the neckline or décolleté to show you what effect it gives like that. So that's what the product looks like when it comes out of the tube. These are supposed to be hydrating lotions, so I could have put them underneath my foundation. That's probably how I will do it in the future. So there is Light on that side and Medium on this side. They're not super shimmery. I thought they might be really super metallic, but they look very, very wearable. Definitely something that I would mix in with my foundation or apply first before I apply foundation over, or if you wanted something super subtle for the cheeks to use as a highlighter. This looks like it would be a nice substitute for MAC's Strobe Cream. So actually really, really subtly I might put Medium on the Cupid's bow, because a lot of people put something really metallic and shimmery in this area. I think that looks really unnatural. So I'm going to use that on the Cupid's bow because Medium is actually not too different from my skin color. In the winter, I could use it to put a little bit of bronze on the face. See, I really like that. That doesn't look super gaudy or unnatural. I keep looking at the color of my foundation compared to my neck. I hope that's not too distracting. And then for the light shade, I'm going to put on the neck area. Oh, I like that a lot. I really didn't think I would be that into this product, but I actually really like it. You know what this would be great for is on your legs. In the summer, when it gets warmer, put it down the center of the leg to give a natural glow and highlight. All right, so there it is on the décolleté area. I really like that. All right, there's so many highlighting products. I gotta figure out how to wear all of them and try them on in one video for you. So next up, let's look at the True Match Lumi Glow Amour Glow Boosting Drops. Again, you have those liquid luster drops from MAC. I wonder if these would be a good corollary or dupe. These are also $14.99 each. These are the 2 shades that are available. The pinker one is Daybreak and the golden one is Golden Hour. So I'm gonna apply these, I guess, to the cheeks. I'll use the pink one since, you know, it's winter now. Don't feel the bronzy gold one as much, but I'll swatch them for you first. All right, so make sure you shake the bottles. You can see it running the gold one there, but that's what the initial swatches look like. Ooh, these are so pretty. So this one is a very yellow, almost orange base, slightly orange base gold there, and this one is a very silvery pink. So I'm gonna use Daybreak as sort of like a cream highlighting base for the cheekbones. This is the more pink shade, silvery pink shade. And I am not applying a lot of product because I have to test out the powder highlighters for you on top. So this is definitely something that you could get a really strong metallic impact from if you wanted. but I'm going to keep it a little more subtle. Even then you get a nice pop of sheen there. I really like these, you guys. Look at that. Beautiful, blends beautifully. Strong pop of sheen even with just a little bit of product. Then we have the True Match Lumi Shimmeristas. These are Illuminate Highlight Strobe Powders. Also $14.99 each. These are the two shades that are available. The white shade is, this is Moonlight, and the deeper bronzy shade is called Sunlight. All right, so there is Sunlight on this side. It is a almost peachy copper, beautiful bronzy shade. And then Moonlight is this silvery shade with a blue shift, pretty strong blue flash there. How should I use these? I still have highlighting palettes I need to use. So I think actually what I'm going to do, because this is such a strong blue shift on this one, let's see what it looks like to combine these two. And I'm gonna add it to the décolleté area where I first applied those lotions. Oh, and they are loose powders, so they come with sifters in here. All right, I've never mixed highlighting shades like this before, so let's see. Hopefully we don't get a super weird color. I like that. Ooh, yeah, you can definitely see it on the camera there. This is really just an excuse to put highlighter all over my body for this video. All right, there you get that glow there. Interesting mix of those two colors. Wouldn't actually wear this out in public, but for this video so you can see what it looks like. All right, and for $14.99 each, we have the two palettes. These are the True Match Lumi Glow Nude Highlighter palettes in two shade combinations. This more pinky, cool toned one is called Moon Kissed, and the more summery yellow toned one is called Sun Kissed. So there's swatches of the, what is it, Moonlight? No, Moon Kissed highlighting palette there. Those are finger swatches, not brush swatches. And I apologize for the red marks. I always have marks on my arms and on my hands from climbing. All right, and there are the finger swatches for the Sun Kissed palette. Now, obviously I can't apply all of these to my face, but I'll pick a couple. Let's try out this champagne shade from the Sun Kissed palette, and then maybe this pink shade from the Moon Kissed palette. And then maybe I can use a couple on the lids for the eye look. Oh, and these actually have names of them on the back of the palette. So that champagne shade is called Dawn. So we'll put Dawn on the left here. And then the pinky shade from this palette is called Venus. So I did swatches with this brush on my arm, and I was not impressed with the swatches. They didn't adhere very well to the skin, but the oils on the face are really helping the product to stick and to actually stand out. So you can see it's a super metallic finish there. All right, on to the eye products. So not in the Lumi line like all the face products were, but a ton of eye products. No eyeshadow, so I'm gonna actually supplement the eye look with new Maybelline eyeshadow palettes, which I did a whole separate dedicated video for a bunch of new Maybelline products that also recently released. So make sure you go check that out if you haven't seen them. But in that video I do swatches, and in this video I will actually apply the products so that you can see in real time how they apply. We can start with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set Volumizing Brow Mascara, and I chose the shade 480 Light Brunette. So this product is $10.99, and there are 4 shades that this comes in. Ooh, it's a super teeny tiny like comb type of a brush. So let's just brush it through and see how it goes. That is a little intense. For brow products, the pigmentation needs to be not as strong as you would want with an actual mascara. This feels like I'm putting a mascara on my brows. All right, on this side, I'm gonna start with the tail. Do you see? Since the tail should be more pigmented than the rest of the front of the brow. I do like the brush. It's easy to work with. I like how it combs through. And it does kind of work if you start with the tail, more intense pigmentation, but I just think it's a little too intense in terms of the color. I'm going to use a regular spoolie and spoolie it through to take off some of the product and hopefully decrease this crazy marker-like effect almost. It does seem to hold the brows well though, so I like that. I like that it's not just a pigment and that it's actually something that sets the brows. I do appreciate that. I like the effect once I've combed it through and taken down some of the strength of the pigment. I'm happy with those brows. And it's pretty simple too. I didn't have to do a lot of shaping for them. All right, next up we have this brow product. This is the Brow Stylist Brow Razor Highlighting Duo. This also comes in 2 shade combinations. I chose the light shade combination. This also retails for $10.99, is it? Yep, $10.99. The other shade combo is deep, which obviously would not suit my skin as well. So on one side you get a matte shade and on the other side you get a shimmering highlighting shade. Because I'm already gonna have a lot of highlight on my face, I'm going to use the matte shade for underneath the brow to shape it. Maybe I'll use a little bit of the shimmering shade on the Cupid's bow. I usually don't use highlighting stuff underneath the brows. I think that looks kind of weird. This is a light nude shade. I'm not sure if you see that much of a difference. The difference is pretty subtle once this product is blended into the skin. All right, let's get some color on these naked eyes that you've been staring at for a good while now. So Maybelline brought out these new palettes. 2 of them are the City Kits palettes, and this one is the Total Temptation palette. I will mix and match because they each have blushes in them too. I wasn't a huge fan of this City Kits palette, the Urban Light palette, so I'm not sure if I will use any of the shades in here. Maybe one of these topper iridescent shades for an inner highlight. I'm not sure, I haven't decided. All right, from the Pink Edge palette, we're gonna put this cream shade all over as a blending base. And then I'm gonna go in with this shade from the Total Temptations Shadow and Highlight palette for the crease as the transition shade. For the lid, let's take this shade Jupiter from the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Nude palette. It's definitely more of a highlighting formula. It's too soft, it's a little too diffused for an eye look, but that makes it a lot better for a cheek, powder. So I'll just use this as more of a base and we'll go over it with one of the actual eyeshadows. It is beautiful though. If you wanted a more subtle highlighting lid look or lid effect, the more I look at it, the more I really like it. Let's go in with this shade for the lid on the Pink Edge palette, and then I'm going to deepen up the crease with this color over here. They're very soft in their effect, which is nice because it's very forgiving. But if you're trying to really build up the intensity, you have to layer more than you would with a more pigmented product and a formula that sticks to the skin more. And as this video progresses, you can see how I get more and more shiny, which is actually kind of a good test for the mattifying primer. I'm not sure that it's really doing that much in terms of mattifying, so we will go ahead and powder in the oily areas. Oh, I didn't even put concealer on. Why don't we go ahead and do that? All right, light dusting of powder is done, under eye concealer is done. Let's move on and line these eyes. These are the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Last Waterproof Pencil Eyeliners. There's a whole set of shades. I'm going to use the shade Nude in the waterline for the lower lash line, and then brown for the upper lash line. These are $8.99 each. It applies really nicely to the waterline. I am barely pressing and it's transferring beautifully. And there are a total of 4 shades. A blue shade and a black shade. Being waterproof or marketed as waterproof, these are super creamy. Usually when I do my actual makeup, I will hold down the lid space because it's harder to get it to transfer or have control, but these are so creamy that I'm not having any trouble drawing on my lash line. Wow, these have a beautiful formula. And let's finish off the eyes with the new L'Oreal Voluminous X Fiber Mascara. Comes in 2 shades. I think it's Blackest Black and maybe just black, or maybe brown black. And it says that there's a black primer on one end and then a fiber mascara on the other. This retails for $10.99. That's what the tube looks like. Step 1 is the black primer side, and step 2 is curved brush is the actual mascara. I'm not gonna super curl the lashes. Just gonna set them up for the mascara. I've never seen black primer before, but it's a good idea. Who knows, maybe it's just a mascara in a different formula. It does seem to actually have a fibery, sorry, not a fibery, a primer base type of feel to it though. Wow, I wouldn't be mad at this look even by itself with just the primer. I find with primers you want to let them dry a little bit, like halfway, but not all the way. Because if you let them dry all the way, it gets really crunchy real fast. But you also don't want it completely damp or wet, because then it just, you just end up brushing it off with the next coat. Wow, okay. Wow, these lashes are really nice. I like them. They have a good balance of lengthening and volumizing, and it keeps the lashes separated. They aren't clumping at all, so I really like that. All right, the only 2 things left to do are the cheeks and the lips. Like I said, I'm gonna take this mauve tone blush from the Pink Edge palette from Maybelline. Alright, and for the last step on the lips, I'm going to use one of the new L'Oreal Shine lipsticks, or Color Riche Shine lipsticks. There are, I think, 16 shades in this range, newly released, new packaging. I have done a dedicated video for just the lipstick shades, all of them, in a swatch video for you, so make sure you go check that out. Let's see, I think that for this look, I'm gonna go with more of the berry pink shade here. This is 906 Burnished Blush. And these are more like a balm lipstick. Ooh, When I swatch these, I'm so much more impressed with them applied, at least the shade, than in the swatches. Wow, whoa, I love the way that that looks. A lot of surprising things in this video, I do have to say, in terms of how much I liked these products. So there you have all of the new L'Oreal products and a couple of, or a few of the Maybelline products sprinkled in for good measure. That's kind of been the theme of this video, is I'm really impressed by how much I like a lot of these products. When I was purchasing them and thinking about making this video, I wasn't super captivated by any of these products in particular. I just thought, you know, okay, I've brought out a bunch of highlighting products, which is a little strange for the winter time, but maybe it's more of like a winter solstice a la Huda Beauty palette kind of feel. I don't know, but I was very surprised by the items that I ended up really liking and the way that they looked on the face. So let's do a rundown. I think for me, the standout products from the Lumi line were the lotions here. I think they can be very versatile, both for the face, all over the face, or for highlighting, for the body, and I really like the formula on that one. And then the, what are these called? Glow Boosting Drops were also great. They're just like a infinitely amped up version of the lotions for a much more metallic shine. I think I also appreciate those two products because you can closely correlate them as dupes, more affordable dupes for things that are in the MAC line. And then the mascara, wasn't expecting to really like this that much. It gives a beautiful effect on the lashes. And then these eyeliners, wow, the creamy formula glides on to the skin. No tugging, no extra layering required. And then, even though I didn't intend this to be really a focus at all in this video, now that I've actually applied these to the lips, I wasn't super impressed with the swatches that I did, but wow, applied to the lips, they feel so comfortable. They just make your lips look so juicy. I love the feeling on the lips, the balmy, comfortable, nourishing feel. They do have a scent to them, which is a negative in my book, but I can't argue with the way that that color looks like on the lips. All right, so I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I know I usually only do swatches, you know, showed on my arms, or maybe in comparison videos, I'll give you some shots of the products compared on my face. But because these were so focused on the base face, you know, they're face type of products, which not so much focused on color products. With color products, it's easy for me to show you on the swatches, but with more face products like foundations, lotions, things like that, it is much more helpful to have them applied actually onto the face, so, or the décolleté. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for taking the time to watch as always, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.